Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, 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 good morning. Welcome, 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 welcome everybody. Welcome to PiSeas Tarot. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer, and over here at PiSeas Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we about to get into somebody's business. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to all of my guppies, my friends who are on the graveyard shift. Good evening to my international family. Good morning to all of my folks on TikTok who are watching behind the scenes this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. If you are a returning guest to the PiSeas Tarot experience, go ahead and put a fish in the chat. If you are new, go ahead and place a star in the chat. We love to recognize our new guests to the show. And so I want to welcome you at this time and just say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome, 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 welcome. On today's agenda, we will start out with a brief energy cleanse and a meditation and sound bowl cleansing, followed by some divine insights, which will consist of an earworm today, and a little bit of commentary about that earworm. Also, we have an energy reading, which I will then start to look at the overall energy reading for today. I will confirm everything what I told you with the tarot cards and button this up with a closing thought and final outcomes, okay? Now, if you guys are ready to get into this reading, I need you to find your favorite cleansing emoji. Put your favorite cleansing emoji. For me, it's the scrub brush. For you, it may be the broom, the vacuum, whatever it is. Go ahead and enter your favorite cleaning emoji because it is time for us to go ahead and get ready for this wonderful reading. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it's a little bit complex. So if y'all ready to get into it, I want you to go ahead and find your cleansing emoji and go ahead and put those here in the chat so we can go ahead and get into it. And here we go. Before we move forward, it's important that we just take time to level set and to make sure that we ground ourselves with the best of intentions, right? It's important for us to be able to really just cleanse our energy through some breath work and some sound, and to just take deep breaths, right? And inhale slowly. And within each exhale, we just make sure that we invite, make sure we invite clarity and remove any distractions, but also invite balance. And with those exhales, just release any tensions or distractions that you may face. It is so important that we do this 3 times so we can make sure that we're centering ourselves. And I know some of you guys are at work, so you can't really, just balance like that, but it's a great way to invite that equal good energy in. All right, so let's do this 3 times and we're going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. Ooh, I love the way it feels always. Now let's clear up any stagnant energy and help to just reset our energy. Let's just bring us all into alignment and one with presence. All right, here we go. Well, that was premature. make me feel so good, y'all. Listen, listen, listen. If y'all ready for some fun, safe, honest interaction, remember this is a safe place. Your honesty and your transparency here is appreciated, okay? So let's get ready for an engaging, dynamic time. If y'all ready to get into this reading, let's go ahead and see those cooking emojis because I can promise you I'm about to cook. I am about to cook, okay? So if y'all are ready for this, go ahead and put your favorite cooking emoji. I like the scrambled eggs because, baby, when I tell you I had to really sit on this morning, and those who have been watching behind the scenes over on TikTok, y'all know I was struggling with this. So if y'all ready to get into it, let's go ahead and let me see those scrambled eggs. Put your favorite cooking emoji in here because it's time for me to cook, all right? And here we go. Now, each moment before I do a reading, I always take a minute to reflect upon the immediate energies that Spirit is sharing with me. And as I mentioned during the pre-show, I have been sitting with this song playing in my head for the past almost 12 hours. And I was trying to decide whether or not this was something that was speaking to me and on a personal level, or if this was speaking to the larger audience at bay, right? And so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had to really like Google and research like what exactly is this song talking about. And so I know you're probably curious and like, Mimi, what you don't get, girl? What you don't get? So let me tell you where I am. The year was 2010. The artist was Maxwell. And the name of the song is Fistful of Tears. Now, we've used this song as an earworm once before, like maybe a couple weeks ago, a couple of months ago. And it came to me yesterday out of nowhere. Like I was literally wrapping up my day, winding down, and I just heard this song enter my brain out of nowhere, okay? And so in the song, the part that I'm hearing is this: feels like a weight has been lifted. How can I repay you? Help me understand. Currency of fistful of tears I can afford. Fight if your life is not the cost. Time will reveal all along you're the one who's losing. Because I go insane, crazy sometimes, trying to keep you from losing your mind. Open your eyes, see what's in front of your face, and save me my fist full of tears. And, you know, we can always enjoy, right? Songs that are a bop. You know, a lot of times, especially as you get older, you start going back and listening to songs that you listened to when you were younger. They have a whole different meaning at this point in life, right? And so a lot of Maxwell's music lately has been hitting me a whole lot differently, if I'm being honest, than what they did when I was younger, right? But I had to Google, and someone definitely explained this song very clearly. And what he was speaking to was that there is a toxic relationship that's very volatile, very combative, very argumentative, okay? And in the song, the person who's causing the toxicity has just broken up with the writer or the singer, in this case Maxwell. And so he's being sarcastic, asking, you know, like, how can I pay you back for ending this relationship? Because the only thing that I can afford to give you is my tears. Okay? And so he's also going on to say that, you know, I'm fighting for you and I'm fighting for this, but it doesn't seem to be worth it. And what he's saying is the more and more we go through this, the more and more you're going to continue to push me away. So be clear that as you go through this and you can continue to push me away, be clear that you're going to be the one who's losing. It won't be me. So when I was thinking about it, and he says, I go insane crazy sometimes. Think about like how we go in overdrive trying to prove our worth to somebody, trying to prove our value, fighting for relationships, like I said, that are not fighting for us, fighting to have a presence on a stage when you're not even written in the script. You understand? Like that's a lot for one person to manage. So I'm going to read it again so you can hear it with the same lens, and then we're going to get ready to get into this energy reading, okay? So while you listen, go ahead and find your tea kettle, because we're about to get into it. We finna drink, okay? Feels like a weight has been lifted. How can I repay you? Help me understand. Currency, a fistful of tears I can afford. The fight of your life is not the cost. Time will reveal. All along, you're the one who's losing. Because I go insane, crazy sometimes, trying to keep you from losing your mind. Open your eyes, see what's in front of your face, and save me my fist full of tears. If y'all ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to find those tea kettles or some teacups, your coffee cups, whatever type of hot beverage you need this morning. Because, baby, when I tell you, I want to know who's like telling somebody to wake up right now before you mess up. If y'all ready to get into it, let's go. All right. Spirit, you are welcome here to show us clear and mighty things, mighty images for the people who are here, the people who this message will resonate with, the people who are here currently, the people who will be here in the future. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so the overall energy reading for today is in perfect harmony. How ironic, we have the musical instrument here. We also have the number 11. Okay, number 11 represents potential and new beginnings. Okay, new opportunities. All right, so this is like music to someone's ear. Something is like music to someone's ear. Well, I guess if you think about it in perspective, he's like telling a girl, you know, you broke up with me. How can I repay you for finally leaving me alone? Ooh. Y'all ever had somebody like that? That, you know, this person, you was just so ready to break up with this person that when they finally broke up with you, it was like, whew, thank God. Thank you. Yeah, it's a skit on YouTube where this guy calls this girl named Zoe, and Zoe is funny. Let me tell y'all, Zoe is funny. Like, I could be friends with her in real life. But Zoe was like, yo, thank you, Wayne. Thank you. Ah, bless up. You know, like she didn't say that, but you know, like that's basically what she was saying. Have you ever been in a relationship with somebody that you just wanted to break up with them, but you didn't want to be the person to pull the trigger? And so when this person broke up with you, you felt like that weight has been lifted? If you've ever experienced that, can you just go ahead and raise your hand in the chat? Because I'm telling you, I had that experience happen to me, and I was like, yes, thank you. I feel so relieved, even though I was mad at the time. But once I like calmed down, I was like, oh, thank you. You know, thank you. All right, so here we go. When understanding energy, it's just so important to know that spirit talks to us in a plethora of different ways. Okay? So, something is happening and it is perfect energy. It is perfect energy. It is perfect harmony. Something is making somebody feel relieved. Somebody is making someone feel like this is music to my ears. All right, so here we go. This is the truth that you need to hear right now for your journey. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. I know what I am here to do. I know what I am here to do. Okay, so this has purpose. Regardless to what this has felt like in the past, this has definitely has purpose. This has purpose. It has meaning. You know, it may not feel that way because this has been a lot of suffering. It's been a lot of angst, a lot of growth opportunities and potential here, but this definitely has offered you the opportunity of being able to be in a position to where it's like, oh, the weight has been lifted. Okay, the weight has been lifted. Now when we look into the guides of the hidden realms, what messages do we have for us? What messages to have for us? Sometimes it's one of those things where it becomes difficult, right, to manage your own expectations for a relationship when somebody else is all over the place and just being toxic. And you can't regulate your own emotions because you're trying to manage, that's what makes it toxic. And I know, like, last year, the word of the year was like toxic. Toxic relationships are not what's up. I'm sorry to inform you if you were misinformed, okay? Now, grace within chaos. Can't make it up. Grace within chaos. Accepting life's complexities. The seduction of distraction. Okay? Grace within chaos. Grace within chaos. And if you will recall, as we were talking about the lyrics, right? We talked about that. Like, I'm trying to keep you from regretting this. I'm trying to keep you from messing up and missing out on something that could be so beautiful for you. I'm trying to help you. I'm doing all the suffering here. And I'm just going through this with you, being graceful about it, because I don't want the relationship to end, I want to be here with you, and I want you to see that I'm fighting for you, and I'm being gracious to know that you're being irrational, you're being erotic, you're being diabolical. The things that you're doing are so egregious. I'm trying to do you a favor by being peaceful about it. Y'all understand where we're going with this? I promise y'all, let me cook. All right, so Spirit, how is this showing up for us today? Burdens. Okay? This is stressing somebody out. You may not even be able to sleep right now. Okay? You may be feeling a very sad, very weighted. Okay? Because remember what he said, it feels like a weight has been lifted. Okay? So somebody is definitely feeling burdened right now, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, not knowing how to make the most of this situation. See what the mermaids got to say. If you feel as though your relationship is weighing you down right now, if you feel like you're in the bottom of the rut, relationships go in cycles. They go up, they come down. They go in, they go out. They go round and round. Okay? If you feel like right now you're in that rut, like that pit of that rut, and you don't know how to get out, can you put the justice scale for me in the chat? If you know that you're at the bottom of the rut and things are just heavy right now and you can't seem to get out, can you please just put the scale in the bottom? The scale in the chat, please. Put the scale, the justice scale in the chat. Now, what is the undercurrent here, Spirit? What is the undercurrent? I'm putting an emphasis on the part of the song where he said, feels like a weight has been lifted. Okay? It feels like a weight has been lifted. That is the worst, y'all. It feels like a weight has been lifted. That means your energy, not you, but possibly the person. It could be you. I don't know about, But somebody in this dynamics energy is so negative that it is insufferable. At this point, it feels like the weight has been lifted. Ooh, child. Oceanic whispers. Embrace your role as a protector and guardian, standing strong against life's challenges. Okay? Now, this is what we're talking about. Okay, so this is the undercurrent. And if you look at her, she definitely looks like she's about to come up for air. Okay, she definitely looks like she's about to come up for air. Embrace your role as the protector and guardian. Stand strong against life's challenges. Well, if we go back to the earworm, that's exactly what he was doing. He said, because I go insane, crazy sometimes, trying to keep you from losing your mind. Isn't that being protector or the guardian? Listen, sugar, we going somewhere. Okay, I promise you, we about to go somewhere. Let me cook. Let me cook. All right. Now, here we go. What is the soul whisper for today, Spirit? What is the soul whisper? Soul whisper. Understanding. And we got the bell pepper. Okay, with understanding, we got the bell pepper. All right. So, I definitely feel there has been like a significant amount of understanding that has been here. I definitely feel like, sometimes when you're really into somebody, we give a lot of grace to other people. Things that we wouldn't otherwise accept nor tolerate. We seemingly give a lot of grace to other people. And if you've ever, let's just be honest, tell the truth, shame the devil. It's 3:00 in the morning. Why we gotta lie? If you've ever caught yourself giving somebody a pass for behavior that you wouldn't otherwise give anybody else, can you just go ahead and raise your little church finger and put it up in the chat? Just go ahead and put your little church finger up in the chat. If you've ever caught yourself giving somebody a pass that you wouldn't otherwise give somebody else, go ahead and just put your little church finger up in the chat. Okay? Understanding. I want everyone to know you don't have to find out that you're dying to start living. This is a quote from Zach Zobiek. The passing of time asks you to think about the fragility of life. You may feel as though you keep chasing that next big thing, telling yourself, my life will be better when. No matter how many of these things you achieve, you still lack the happiness that you are seeking. It is easy while chasing these big things to forget about those little day-to-day things that make up your life. It is just as important to find joy in the small details that you make up each day as it is to recognize your greater achievements. Close your eyes and feel your heart beating as your breath comes in and goes as ocean waves upon the shore. Smell a flower, drinking the scent in so deeply that you can feel its energy from head to toe. Okay? Hold on to the hand of the loved one and notice how rough or smooth, knowing that every texture tells the story in their life. Existing as you know it can change so quickly and unexpectedly that those big things that you once chased seem so insignificant and without meaning. Understand that life will always be with the little things that you often forget to notice and that no one can take them away from you. Okay, so this is about you recognizing, being cognizant, accepting, putting you on notice. This is about you overcoming rejection, ignoring, being denied and disregarded, which is perfect for the earworm that we have. And so this is dealing with the throat chakra, right? This is the throat chakra, okay? Which is interesting because on this card, we also have the color blue. And it's like, I know what I'm here to do, right? So that's communication. The bellflower is a sweet little flower that reminds you of the importance of appreciating the small things in life in order to value the big things, okay? Now, let's go back to what it was talking about, the shadows, about being rejected, ignored, denied, and disregarded. Remember, that's what we were talking about with this earworm. And he said, it feels like a weight has been lifted. Okay? Like you've been holding me down this whole time. And now that you're no longer over here pulling me down, oh, I feel so relieved. I feel refreshed. I feel so much better, right? I'm going to even be a butt about it and just be like, how can I repay you? You know, you decided that you wanted to walk away from me. Cool. Cool. You did me a favor. You did me a favor. You know, like, how can I repay you? How can I ever pay you back? You did me one solid. All right. So as we start to attain more insights and shift our energy to the potential people that are involved, please be sure to take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Simply put, okay? Health issues could arise. All right, maybe this person has been stressing you out so much. This is why you're having insomnia. You're dealing with health issues, right? Mental health issues can be a part of that. Physical health issues, okay? What is the T? I'm not sleeping. I'm not eating. Stress. And see, some of us are so accustomed to being under stress and fight or flight all the time that we don't realize that that is considered a disability in some states. Acute stress like that, heightened stress like that. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. So what is the T? What is going on here, Spirit? What is going on? Always partying. Somebody's always partying. Always doing something they probably don't have any business doing. Right? Always doing something. You always doing something. Right? I'll be honest with you. At this point in my life, I just be like, you know, you're too old for this. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm expecting, right? I want somebody to go to work and go home. We go out every blue moon. But outside ain't outside and like that no more. What's outside? You want to go outside? Let's go sit on the porch. That's outside. You want to go outside? Go take the trash out. That's outside, you know? Other than that, you have no business being outside. And I'm saying it facetiously. We can go for a walk. You want to go outside? Let's go for a walk. All right. Y'all laughing. Just telling you, ain't nothing outside. All right. Brick wall, defense mechanism, guarded, harder to reach. Okay. So somebody in this connection, you're starting to hit a brick wall with them, which also can impose stress, right? When people shut down, when people stop communicating, when people stop doing a lot of things, that can cause additional stress because I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're feeling. You shut me out. You shut down. You know, we've had this conversation before about the effects of what happens when someone ghosts someone. Have y'all ever been in a relationship with somebody? We can just put black hearts, okay? If it's you or the other person. But have y'all ever been in a relationship with somebody where y'all thought that the most appropriate thing was to go on mute? You said all and they had nothing to say in return, just went on mute. Y'all know how crazy that made y'all feel? You poured out your heart and they had nothing to say. Y'all understand how that makes you feel so angry and so upset? You understand? I'm trying to tell you. It's one of those things where it's just like, it's bizarre. It's wild, right? It's like, we're too old for this, right? We're too old for this. Now, what lies beneath all of this? What lies beneath all of this? 2 cards. Insecure. Somebody is definitely feeling insecure. Okay? Somebody is definitely feeling insecure. But I can explain why they're doing what they're doing too. We've spoken about this so many times, and I don't think that you guys realize just how important it is to know, right, that people do have these behavior issues. And people do have these ways. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me deal with something. It's only so many times you could block a person, you know, before you just think that they just delusional. Okay. We've spoken about so many times how people are raised, how that affects how they show up in love and relationships when it comes to other people. And if someone grew up in an environment where they were not loved, where they were not cared for, where they were not admired, they were not respected, that puts them in a predicament where they don't know how to show up as their authentic selves in relationships. And that can foster that false sense of insecurity as well, right? Because remember what the song said. He said, feels like a weight has been lifted. How can I repay you? Help me understand. A currency, a fistful of tears I can afford. The fight of your life is not the cost, right? It's not the cost. The fight of their life is not the cost. Okay? And so it's just to the point where it's just like, what else can we do here? You know? What else can we do? What else can we... Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. All right, sorry about that, guys. How can I repay you? You know, it's the sarcasm for me. How can I repay you? Because you done took this weight off of me. So what can I do for you? Well, how can I make you feel better? What can I make you feel differently? You know, it's that feeling, right? So anyway, here we go. What is the true emotion here? Love. Oh, okay. There may be a love child involved. There may be a love child involved, which is also probably creating this sense of insecurity, right? For somebody. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? intimacy. Okay, intimacy. Y'all, I am being so spammed this morning by this person. It is so sad. I think it's so sad. And you know what? I've said to you guys before that I have tried my best not to acknowledge people when they come in here with this shenanigans on my live. And those of you who are watching on YouTube, you see the spam, right? You see it. And I think it's just so sad when you wake up or you keep yourself up all night just to come over here on my live, just to do what? Just to do what? Be disruptive? You have no other purpose in life other than get on the internet to be disruptive and to bother other people who are not looking for you. I didn't invite you. You're unwelcomed. I tell you this every time. Keep coming back. I've blocked you. You create other accounts so that you can keep coming on here and harassing me. Like, this is a form of harassment at this point. And my question is, why? Out of all the things to do and to be in life, you want to get on the internet and troll people who don't even know that you exist until you come and start being a pest? Were you not that loved as a child that is your sole purpose in life? Like, that is so lame. Out of all the things to do and to be in life, that's your will? This is about intimacy. Okay, this is about intimacy. This is about passion. Okay, this is about coming into union with somebody. This is about chemistry and somebody missing you. Okay, so this is a very interesting, very interesting energy this morning. Okay, now as I was going to go and to be able to pull the cards, one of the reasons why this relationship may be toxic to you is because it feels like the person who may be experiencing this level of toxicity has been the person who was like the rebound to something else. So what it feels like is when that situation is bad, this person is in your face, and when that situation is good, they want to push you away, and they're doing things to complicate your life. Okay? So it's a very weird energy. Okay? It's a very weird energy. But that also goes back to where we talk about this person giving you that energy of a weight being lifted. You know, that's what it feels like. A weight has been lifted, okay? Now, when we look at what is blocking this, let's see. What is blocking this? What is blocking this? What is blocking this energy? Good morning, everybody. All right, what is blocking this energy? Okay, age issues. Feel like you're too old or too young to date or have issues with your partner's age. Okay, so somebody may be feeling like they're too old for this. All right, somebody may feel like they're too old for this. They may feel like there's some immaturity here, which again is that burden. Help me to put down this burden. Like, I'm fighting for you, but you're not fighting for me. And that speaks to that immaturity, but I'm getting the impression that the reason why things are so up and down, hot and cold, in and out with this person is because this person is a rebound. Like you or this person is the rebound. That's what I'm getting. What is the yin and yang here? What is the yin and yang? What is the influential energy here? Lost, wounded, not feeling like enough, missing someone, being left out in the cold. Okay? So this is about loss. This is about loss. This is about being wounded. We talked about the lost wound yesterday. Okay? And how that could adversely affect someone as well. Now let's see. What is the true crime here? What is the true crime here? Organized crime came out. So this person probably is working with somebody else, right? This is very organized. That's why I keep saying, like, this is like a rebound. It feels like there's a rebound, like you're a third party to something that you didn't know that you were a third party to. That's what I'm picking up on. This is interesting, y'all. All right, Spirit. Is there love here or not? Nope. We're definitely not on the same page. Out of sync, and we have the coldness here. Okay, so this person has definitely been focusing their energy on somebody else. All right, let's look at this. Alexa, turn on living room light and stop turning it off. All right, here we go. Person A is definitely dealing with the wound of loss. They're not feeling like they don't feel like they're good enough. They're missing someone. They could also be presenting this brick wall. Like, it's like, you know what? I'm not going to fight for this no more. I'm just not. You know, this is causing me health issues. Like, I'm not sleeping. This is burdening me. This is stressful. This is weighing me down. This is making me feel insecure. I don't feel like myself, and I'm too old for this. Okay, that's person A. Person B here. Person B here is coming in as somebody who may always party all the time. They're in a third party situation with somebody else, and I feel like that's really where their focus is at this point. Is on that. I do think that the intimacy that we're talking about is more so geared towards another person. Like, they really want to be with that other person. And during that intimate session, they may have also fathered a child with them, or mothered a child. And, you know, I hate when that happens, because men can always have a baby on somebody else, but a woman cannot. Like, there's no way you can hide a pregnancy for 9 months, right? You can hide it probably for the first 3. But after that, you know, you got to say something, right? So this is definitely masculine energy, person B. And then we got the we're not on the same page, out of sync. So there is a coldness here. Okay. So what I'm saying is, just to recap, because I know somebody gonna be like, what? Person A is the person who feels like the weight has been lifted. They're coming out of a toxic situation with somebody else. And the person that they thought that they were in a relationship with is not who they thought they were. They've been wanting this other person. They made the executive decision. I want you. I'm choosing you. I want to be with you. But did the other person ever say that to you? And it definitely feels as though they did not say that. Like they're not hearing that. Because it wasn't said. It wasn't said. So now you have this person who's in a relationship with somebody or was in a relationship with somebody in a situationship. I'm not even going to call it a relationship. This is purely a situationship. Okay? Where you've been emotionally vested in something, if that other person does not want you, they don't feel the same way. There's no reciprocity here. But now that person B has decided, look, we ain't on the same page. Whew. Feels like a weight has been lifted. How can I repay you? Because you've been stressing me out this whole time. Ooh, y'all. If y'all ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to go ahead and find those magnifying glasses. Let's go ahead and find those magnifying glasses. Because see, now you got me interested. I'm like, who business is this? Who business is this, sugar? Like, it's time for us to zoom in and figure this out. Because, boy, I mean, like, for a minute, I was a little bit worried there. Like, what in the world is going on? But now, here we go. Y'all ready to figure out who business this is? Here we go. All right, y'all. Here we go. Whose business is this? Okay, person A. Remember, I read for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So, unless you know all your placements and your person placements is, you can't say, you can't say who, whose business is it, because you don't know, unless you know, you know. All right, here we go. Person A is coming in right now as a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? They're coming in as being hardworking, productive, used to their routine. They're very conservative, they're efficient, and they are all about being responsible. Okay? So this person is somebody who don't leave easily, which is really why it makes sense that he's just like, I'm going insane, crazy sometimes, trying to keep you from regretting making a mistake. I'm here for the long haul. You want to fight in the war? Let's go to war. But I'm going to fight for you. And this other person just like, what? Who said that? Who said that? Like seriously, y'all ever been in a situation where somebody ever said something to you? You be like, what? Where did you? What? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Like, I didn't say that. But that's funny because that's how perceptions work, right? All right, here we go. Person B could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh. Okay, could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Coming in as the Four of Wands upright. This is about celebrations, joy, harmony, marriage, home, community, and homecoming. Listen, let me tell y'all. This is why this is comical. It's not funny because person A didn't even know they was the underlay for the overlay. They didn't know that. They was the rebound. I wouldn't be surprised if this person ran off and got married to somebody else after they fathered the child with them. Like, this is a very organized thing. So this person, this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy comes across as being very distracted. It's like they went from partying all the time to now I'm about to settle down with somebody else. And it is very nuts to me, right? Wow. If y'all ready to get into this reading, y'all, I need y'all to go ahead and put those magnifying glasses up, or your coffee cups, your wine glasses, whatever your preferred beverage, because I feel like this finna get messy. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I feel like it's finna get messy. You know, it's time for us to do some investigation, because I feel like this about to get a whole lot real big messy, y'all, real big. So let's zoom in. Listen, we don't judge. If this your business, we listen, we don't judge now. We listen, we don't judge, but we sure gonna have a good little kiki about it, all right? Here we go, y'all. Now, I was going to use these cards, but Spirit just told me to go pull these other cards. All right. So I got my cards together. Now, I definitely feel the interesting piece that's here is that I'm laughing. It's not funny. This Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn has Aries placements in their chart as well. Okay, so they have Aries placements in their chart as well. They also may have a little bit of air in their chart as well. Okay, so their energy is all over the place. They can go one way or the other. They definitely are looking for something more serious than what they've been getting. Like, it goes back to that age. Like, I feel like I'm too old for this. You know, you over here making my heart palpitate. Like, you got me over here feeling some type of way. Because you won't act right. But then it's like, oh, you want to break up? Oh, I feel so much better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you. Oh, who's gonna buy my food now? I mean, it's kind of like that, you know, like, just saying. All right, here we go. What is going on, Spirit, with my earth and my air signs? Earth and air signs. Earth and air signs. Earth and air signs. Person A. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Your present energy is coming in as being very conflicted with this Five of Swords. You see how she's looking? She's on her knees. She's crying in distress. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn don't know if they're going or coming. Like, they definitely have been invested in this. They're like, you know what? This is where I am. I'm too old to keep starting, stopping. I like you. I could deal with you. I can tolerate you. You can tolerate me. You know, what's wrong with this? Now, let me ask y'all a question. If you are a earth or a fire sign, can you put in the chat for me either an earth sign or a fire sign, or if you know that your person, sun, moon, Venus, rising is in those placements or something like that, can you go ahead and put your sign in the chat? If you are earth placements or have fire placements, can you put either the earth or the fire sign? Because I just want to know who I'm talking to. I just want to know. Or if you're in a relationship with that person, put their sign there, okay? Now, This person is very, very conflicted. They're not happy. Like, this is chaotic. This is complicated. This is unstable. And we know everything about earth signs is stability. So this person is just used to things. Like, if I'm in it, I'm in it. If I'm in it, I'm in it. We here now, sweetheart. Don't go back. You understand? So this is why this person has been fighting for this relationship this whole entire time. And it's like, what in the world did I get myself into? How did I get here? So now that this person has come forward and they want to come in and they want to do these things and they want to act crazy, and now it's like, I'm out of this, Wayne. Thank you. You understand? Now it's like, here you come. Here you come. Oh, you want to break up with me? Cool. Cool. I've been trying to hold on to this all this time and make sure that I'm not wasting my time, that I'm not wasting your time. I've been trying to do the right things by you. I've been trying to, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ever been there before, okay? If you ever been there before, can you just raise your hand? If you ever been fighting for your relationship, if you've ever been fighting for your relationship, and you know, put the boxing gloves. That's what we need to do. If you've ever been in a position where you've been fighting for your relationship, can you put the boxing gloves in the chat? Because I know I ain't the only one that's ever been fighting, going up and down, round and round, in and out, back and forth with somebody. Going round after round. And then you still want to break up with me. Thank you. Thank you. You done kick my tail, right? All right, now, person B, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're coming. I can't make it up. Folks, we have the Hierophant here, okay? Their foundational energy is celebration, joy, harmony, marriage, home, community, and homecoming. We got the Hierophant. This person is definitely about to get married to somebody else. Okay, now remember, the energy can be interchangeable, but if this message is resonating with you, prepare yourself, brace yourself, folks. I wouldn't even give it 6 months. I don't give it 6 months. As soon as you break up with this person, don't be surprised if you find out on social media that A, they got a baby with this person, and B, they done got married, and or this particular person could already had the child with somebody. Okay? So this person has broken up with you. Let me actually move this around because I want to make sure we're telling the story correctly. This person already broke up with you. They was cold anyway. They was in and out. They was up and down. They was indecisive. They were unstable, causing you grief, giving you indigestion and heartburn, making you have gas every time you eat. You could drink water and you got gas, right? Person stressing you out. And you over here talking about some, you know what, I'm too old for this. We know. Everybody is at this point in life, right? But the reality is you were holding on to them because you didn't want to start over. The thought of having to re-enter the dating pool is very daunting for a lot of people. And in this case, this is where Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn was like, if this ain't it, then I'm just going to sit this one out. Okay? And the other person who may have been conflicted within their own space, they never had the heart to tell you the truth. They never told you the truth. If I'm being honest with you, they were kind of like, they were moving with malicious intent the whole time. And I don't think that was intended. I think that was a residual effect, an unintended consequence of them just not being clear in their heart space. And also, if we think about it from this perspective, they probably were a little bit confused with this love child. So that probably made them, they probably thought, I'm ready to move on. And now that they got that situation, like, oh, maybe I can't move on. Maybe I do need to give this person another chance and another opportunity to course correct, right? And so it's a very confusing energy here, which is why I'm not surprised that my earth signs were having so much anxiety and grief and feeling insecure about it, because they didn't know if they was going to come in. They didn't know if they was going or coming. How can you tell them what direction to go in and you don't know? You don't know. But with this foundational energy of this Four of Wands being here in this Hierophant, I definitely see this person is seriously considering marrying this person. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. Have y'all ever been in a situation like this before? Where you was dating somebody and all of a sudden they up and married somebody else? And you felt lost? Have you ever been there before? I have. And if you've ever been there before, can you just tell me, like, how did that really truly make you feel? Like, just write it in the chat. I know it's a little bit personal, but this is a safe space. Tell me, how did that make you feel when the person that you've been fighting for, the person that you think you're making progress with, all of these positive things, and all of a sudden this mother trucker pops up married? Or talks about getting married or got engaged to somebody else, right? It's a very astounding feeling. Like when you, and the thing is, here's the kicker. They don't even have the audacity to tell you. They post it on social media. Okay? Doesn't that like knock you off your rocker? It's like y'all, I've been there before. I know what that feels like. I know emphatically what that feels like. I do. What? I do. Okay? Now, the favorable things about this situation. This person is no longer talking out the side of their neck. That's the best thing that can happen. They are no longer talking outside of their neck. They're no longer able to continue to lie and act like they don't know how to make a decision. The decision is being made for them. And truthfully and rightfully so, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the decision is also being made for you too. See, it's a pain that is existing right now, right? There is a pain. Kay says, invisible, made me feel empty and sick, like I wanted to pass out and throw up at the same time. Girl, I could tell y'all where I was when I found out. I can tell you where I was. I was driving down 7585, right here at the Grady Curve of all places in Atlanta, right? And traffic was actually moving, believe it or not. And when I got that confirmation, I wanted to slam on brakes in the middle of the fast lane. I was literally driving down the highway and Spirit told me to get on Facebook. And I got on Facebook and there it was. Right there in front of my face in big bold letters. Now, I ain't been on Facebook in many, many, many years. But can you imagine how that made me feel knowing I just saw this person the night before, knowing they spent the night at my house that night, and the next day they got up and got married?
Yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So when I tell you, I know what that feeling feels like. I speak with empathy. Make no mistake, I'm not speaking from a space of judgment. I'm speaking from pure empathy. I've been there before. Sure, yeah, been there before. Sure have. So the decision has been made for you. That's the best thing that can happen here. Okay, the best thing that can happen here. Now, let me ask y'all a question. If you are one who said that you've experienced this, okay, what can you say or can you identify if there has been a positive shift for you in this connection, even if it does feel small? Because I recognize and accept that this can foster a lot of hurt. This can bring about a lot of hurt, and this can bring about a lot of I don't want to say self-hatred, but this can cause a plethora of negative self-talk and negative self-reflection. So I'm asking you, once this revelation was made, can you think of a positive outcome that came from this, even though it gave birth to hurt? Like, can you find a positive in this? Because I can. When it happened to me, it took me a couple years to recalibrate. I ain't gonna lie to you. I carried that hurt for a long time. I was so offended and disgusted. When I tell you, there are no words to describe how that made me feel. Okay? There are no words. There are no words. And this person kept in contact with me. That's the crazy part. Kept in contact with me. Evelyn, I need to inbox you. I keep on saying that, and I have not done it, but I need to inbox you. Inbox me, please, so that way I can respond back to that, okay? Now, this person kept in touch with me. And the only positive that I could come to from this was the knowing. At least I know. At least I know. Because imagine being the person who married somebody. Imagine you just got married to somebody. And the night before you said, I do. This mother was in the bed with somebody else, counting sheep. Is that somebody you want in your life? You understand? Imagine that. Imagine that. Now, the consequences here is that we got this King of Cups. Okay? The consequences here is that this person, both of you, are coming in full of love. But the crazy part is, this is really more so for this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're coming in wanting to be in love, wanting to create the environment of love, wanting to show up as your authentic self, loving on this person. You want to do the right things by this person, and this person is over here just playing games with you, right? Taking you for granted. And if we be honest, a bunch of bullshit. You was just a space filler. You was just a space filler. And I take no pleasure in saying this at all. Because this is an ugly energy, right? This is a manipulative, ugly energy. But also, so is this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're coming in. They're wanting family. They're wanting marriage. They're wanting life. They're wanting commitment. They want all these things. They just don't want it with you. They just don't want it with you. And that's disheartening, right? Because you guys have had so many conversations about how you don't want to start over. You're tired of going into the dating pool. This is for the birds. I want to be with somebody I can love and build holistically and have a great relationship with. Like, we've had all these conversations, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Only for this person to do to you the same thing that they said that they tired of other people doing to them. And you sitting here like, do I stay or do I go? Do I invest and fight for this or do I leave it alone?
Another one.
You over here sounding like DJ Khaled. Talking about another one bites the dust. So this absolutely does not make anybody feel good here. Specifically, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And trust me, I don't want to always state the obvious, but let's be clear. Karma has a way of dealing with people. So this behavior is not without consequence at all. It is not without consequence. You deceived somebody, you betrayed somebody, you played with their feelings and their emotions, and you think that just because you run off and marry somebody else, that's going to fix something? See, here's the thing. With this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, baby, They knew what they was going. They knew. That's why they started partying all the time. That's why they started doing that immature, juvenile stuff, because they knew that they were starting to make that transition. Remember, I told y'all this is masculine energy. So let me put y'all up on game, ladies. Let me put you up on game, sugars. When men are about to make a major life change, they do start circling the block. They do start going back and reevaluating the things that they coulda, shoulda, woulda did just to make sure that they didn't miss nothing out on nothing. Didn't miss out on nothing, won't be missing out on nothing. Okay, you feel me? So this person, this is why they started acting erratic, partying all the time, just aggravating you, exacerbating situations, being hot and cold, right? Doing all of these things, just adding fire to the flame. Okay? Adding fire to the flame. Because they knew that in their heart, they were going to make another decision to go and be with this other person. And honestly, nobody likes being in a third party situation. You can't even compete. You got a child with this person, don't know nothing about it. I'm telling you right now, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn did not know anything about this baby. Did not know. Blindsided. Did not know. I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of those times where they just spent the block with this other person, and that's when that situation ensued. Okay, likely that's probably what happened. And that's what, like I said early on, if you recall, I did mention that's what got this person confused to begin with. And now they're just making a decision to go that way. Okay? Let me ask you a question. If this is you, who's in a predicament similar to this earth sign, how are you handling this situation? How are you handling this situation? I want you to write that down in the chat. Remember, nobody's judging you. So I want you to share how this is affecting you. Because I can imagine dealing with this loss wound. This makes you feel very insecure. It goes back to this insecurity. It makes you want to shut down as a defense mechanism. You know what? I said this previously, but I'm coming back to it. Maybe love just ain't for me. Maybe I just need to sit this one out. That's a defense mechanism because you're hurt. When you're dealing with loss, okay, you feel like you're not good enough. You have this negative self-talk. And y'all know, I speak a lot about this book, okay? I speak a lot about this book, The Inner Work of Relationships, that will be linked down in the bio. Linked down in the description box. I'm not being paid to promote this, so that's not what this is at all. I'm just recommending this because this book has helped me so much with my healing journey. And it also helps me to understand not only how I'm showing up in the world and why I'm doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it also educates me on how other people could be possibly showing up in the world and why, right? And so, interestingly enough, I'm at the part where we're talking about the loss wound, okay? Let me just give you some examples. Relationship triggers, perceived loss and change. The root program belief is that you're resistant to change. The primary emotion is grief or regret. Okay? Some of the traumas that you may be experiencing can be painful, unexpected change, unreconciled past regrets, breakups, divorces, end of a friendship. How does this speak to your inner child? Your unmet inner child needs. Let me rephrase that. It's where you want to feel a little bit more emotionally supported and feel comforted through the change and grief. Okay? But here go those thoughts that I want to tap into. These are the thoughts that I want to refer to. Because when we talked about the defense mechanism and this brick wall card, right? I always lose Everyone always leaves me. It could have been different if blanked, and I missed out, right? Those are some of the thoughts that you start to have, okay? Now, some of those also defense mechanisms that you start to have is that you start to have lack empathy. You become emotionally blunted, over rationalizing. You become cold and emotionally guarded, okay? Which also can filter or feed into two different attachment styles, one of which is anxious attachment, the other one is avoidant attachment and emotional suppression. So you see how things like this can be damaging for people? You're not doing any service to anybody when you do things like this to people. And some of you feel like ghosting people is just the answer too. That's the most cowardly thing that you can do. I'm just being honest. It's the most cowardly thing that you can do. Now, and somebody gonna say, well, I don't owe you an explanation. If you've been dealing with somebody, the right thing to do is to let them know. You don't have to go into details. You can just say, you know what? I thought I was ready for something else and I'm really not. It's that simple. How they take it is on them. But at the end of the day, guess what? It's still garbage. Okay? Now, what this is trying to teach you is that there's an unhealthy attachment here. It is an unhealthy attachment here, which is what we've been talking about. That's why he said in the earworm, it feels like a weight has been lifted. Because you've been going back and forth, up and down, round and round with this person. This person has been stressing you out to no end. And the question is why? Why have you been so resolute? Because you don't want to start over? You scared to put yourself back out there? Dating is scary. It's a risk. Everything comes with a risk. Getting in your car and driving is a risk. Sleeping in your bed at night is a risk. Anything can happen at any point in time to anybody. Life is a risk. Okay? Life is absolutely a risk. But what this is trying to teach you is when you recognize that you are in these unhealthy, toxic, complicated, convoluted, combative, argumentative, empty, and devoid of emotional support and respect relationships, why do you continue to hold on? Do you not feel like you deserve better? Do you not feel like you can do better? I know we always say in just, I don't deserve this. But why is it when it's time for us to actually put the pedal to the metal and where the rubber meets the road, why is it so hard for you to do what you got to do? Why is it? So I ask you, if you faced similar challenges before, how do you address removing yourself from these toxic relationships? What do you do? How do you do it? How do you do it? Because this is what this is trying to teach you. You're settling out of fear. I'm too old for this. You're settling. You're settling. Okay? Now, what you need to do to heal? We got the Chariot, y'all. It's time for you to be quick and resolute about focusing on you. It's time for you to go and to look at yourself in the mirror and know that you deserve better. It's time. Why do you keep on giving other people passes and permission to disrespect you and make you feel less than? Why? It's time for you to pay attention to the flags when you see them. It's time for you to start embracing your self-love and self-compassion and self-empathy. And know that if you want love, it's available to you. But it starts with you. It starts with you.
Hello.
It starts with you. You know, Valentine's Day just came and went. And so many people, for so many people, Valentine's Day is the loneliest time of the year. Let me tell you something. I know you guys hear it every year. You probably dismiss it every year. The end of the year, the beginning of the year, the winter months are so hard for the singles and lonely, those who may be single and lonely. When I say single, I mean people who may be unmarried, never married, just not dating anyone. And then when I say lonely, I'm referring to people who may have been in partnerships and marriages with people who may be deceased, or again, never married, right? So the winter months are the saddest time of the year for a lot of people, okay? It's the saddest time of the year for a lot of people. And the one thing that I do like about Valentine's Day is that that's the one day next to your birthday that you get to love on you. Do something for you. You get the opportunity to change the narrative. And I know for some people, it is so hard to do that because you're looking at all the things that you missed. And everybody's on social media bragging about what they got for Valentine's Day and who did what and taking pictures. And listen, a lot of them folks that post all that stuff, it's fake love. It's clickbait. They're doing it for likes. Because if you're being honest and you know this person, they was just arguing 5 minutes before they posted the picture. The night before, they ain't know if it was going to work out or not. You understand? So be careful about what you see, but make sure that you love on yourself enough to know that you're worthy and deserving, and start giving yourself that self-care. You want to go out of town to Cancun? Take yourself to Cancun. You don't need nobody for that. You don't. You can make friends at the resort. Other singles there too. You never know who you might meet, right? But stop waiting for somebody else to live your life. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Stop waiting for somebody else to live your life. Now, what you need to do, you got to get your hopes up. You got to start back getting inspired. Get your spark back. Get your love back. Get back all those positive feelings with this sun card. These are major, y'all didn't notice this, but let me point this out to you. You have 3 major arcanas back to back. Not only is this going to change how you're thinking, but this is going to change how you show up in the world. This is about you. This is transformative for you. This is a transformational, pivotal turn in your life. Because the moment that you start giving that love to yourself, that love, that empathy and compassion for yourself, you're going to start seeing other people show up for you. Because that happiness is going to be glowing. You're going to be radiating. You're going to be feeling good. People are going to be attracted to you because you're showing up and loving on yourself. But when you're in that low vibrational state of being stressed and broke down and on the side of the road flashing light, ain't nobody going to want to be bothered with that because they just see the dark cloud.
Goodbye.
But when you coming in and you walking around and you know who you are, and you walking with your head high, your skin glowing, your edges growing back, your stomach flat, your muscles popping, your back is straight, your shoulders is back, People start to notice that. And they like, oh, what's going on? Who is that?
Welcome.
You understand? But you got to feel that way about you. But if you don't put yourself in that space, yes, you will hit that brick wall. And you will fall in that negative cycle, in that negative downslope of I'm stuck. Ain't nobody ever stuck. You ain't never stuck. We all got free will, all right? And we got the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this is speaking to you. This is more so about you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is about you finding out the truth and making a decision based on said truth. That's what that's about. The truth coming out. Realizing. Oh, I was just the underlay for the overlay. Okay. The truth coming out. All right, I got you. I see you. You know, that's really what that is. That's really what that is. You played me, cool. You played yourself. Right? Now let me ask you a question. Is there anything about what I said just a moment ago that can help you shift your mindset right now? If you have been in that space of feeling like, I don't know that I can do this, I don't know that I want to do this, is there anything about what I just said to you that excites you to shift your mindset and to intentionally set yourself towards going towards somebody who actually wants to be with you, who actually wants to invest? Does that make you feel empowered? Or does that make you feel kind of hesitant? You know? Let me know. Now, let's clarify this. You got the Queen of Wands. So this is definitely going to make you feel insecure for a little while. Okay? This is really going to knock you off your square, and that's going to really take you a step back. But we knew that because we had the insecure card here. This is going to make you want to go in hiding, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You really are. For a minute, you're going to be like, I don't know if this is what I really want to do anymore. You really are going to be in a funk and confused. I hate to say it, because it's like, what am I missing? How do I keep on getting in these situations with people who are just unserious? You know? And that's a realistic question. That is a real question. Okay, that's a real question. And I understand that it's hard to recalibrate and to regroup after you've had your heart broken like this, or you've been in these situations. It does foster the narrative of mistrust. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that your feelings are invalid, because I'm not saying that at all. What I am employing you to do is to be empowered and to know that there is life outside of this, because we have 3 transformative things happening here with you. It's going to be their loss. And that's what the song was talking about, y'all. That's what the earworm was about. Time will reveal all along, you are the one who is losing. You see what I'm saying? You thought you was winning when you did what you was doing to me. But really, you was the one that was losing the whole time.
Oh my God.
Y'all remember when I told y'all about the person that happened to me? Remember when I told y'all I was the victim in the situation? Y'all remember me saying that? And I said to you, it took me years to overcome that setback. By the time I processed that loss, they was already getting divorced. So really the reality is, you thought you was getting over when you did what you did. But in the end, you was the one that was really losing. Let me know how that worked out for you. If you've ever been in this situation, I want you to put down in the chat. Let me know how that worked out for you. Let me know how that worked out for you. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to let me know. I'm just being petty when I say let me know. Let me write that down in chat. Let me know how that works out for you. Okay? Let me know how that worked out for you. Now, we have the Page of Pentacles here. Okay? We have the Page of Pentacles here. I do feel like once you start to refocus your energy on yourself, you will start to see other things coming into your purview. I feel like you're going to start seeing a lot of people that may have always liked you or taken an interest in you starting to come and starting to speak to you and starting to approach you. And they're going to be relentless about doing everything that it takes to get you to understand that they're not like them. You know, these two things are not alike. Somebody's going to come into your space, which is why this is important for you to let go of these negative attachments. That's putting the emphasis here, okay? This is why this is here, because how you process and deal with this is going to really prepare you for what is to come. And even though you're going to be operating from the spirit of insecurity and not trusting and not being open, okay, that this person, when they come your way, they're going to let you know, listen, I'm going to do everything that I got to do to prove to you I am not like these other people. Okay? I'm not like them.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Baby, they ain't going nowhere. Okay? You can try to make it hard. You can try to make it difficult. You can try to make it complex. You can try to push them away all you want to. But this particular person is not going to be taking you for granted and taking you lightly. Like, they see your effort. They see who you are. Like, they've always known that about you and always admired, but I think they've always respected the fact that you've always had somewhere else or you were just in a different space. But now that the opportunity has presented itself, okay, they are here for it. And this is where you're going to have to make the decision to free yourself. This is where you are going to have to overcome that resistance and that fear and that apprehensiveness. You're going to have to work to overcome all of that. And it's not that you can't. It's not that you can't overcome it, because you absolutely will. Right? The question is, will you be willing to trust? Because it's going to require a willingness of you. And here we go again with the Queen of Swords. See what I'm saying? Baby, I'm telling you, child, listen, Linda, listen. Truth and justice is coming for you. Truth and justice. The truth. You are lovable. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are capable. Ooh, child. Justice. Remember we brought that up. Remember we said If you feel like it's a weight and you put the justice scale, justice. There's a blessing with your name on it, boo. There is a blessing with your name on it. And I know it is hard for you to receive it. I know it's hard for you to believe it. Your faith has dwindled. Trust me, I know what that feels like. Every day I have to tell myself to be open, to not give up, not to cave in, not to quit, not to give people more power over me than what they've already had. And really, if you think about it, people who do this to people are really more so powerless, not powerful. That's why they use low vibrational tactics to manipulate you. Real power is being honest and being transparent and being authentic and sincere and allowing other people to be empowered to decide what they want to do. That's real power. But when you got to be sneaky and manipulative and lying and conniving and deceitful and all of those other negative low vibrational things to try to get somebody to do something that they don't want to do, that you know good and well if they knew the truth they wouldn't do it. If you are using that, you're powerless. That's what makes you a coward. You understand? So I want you to know who you are today. Take back your power. Stop just letting things happen to you by osmosis. I don't know. Just go on with the flow. Just don't even do it. Don't let it happen. Because the reality is, you're not even walking in your own power when you doing that. You're not even walking in your own power. You just letting people treat you any old kind of way. And today, Spirit is calling you to the carpet. And it's saying to you,
Stop it. What?
Can you imagine Spirit saying, I don't believe this. I do not believe this. You know, in my relationship with God, well, we be talking like homeboy and homegirl. And that's how I imagine him saying, you back praying about this again? Stop it. What? What is wrong with you? You understand? Can you imagine being on in the 5D and, you know, hearing yourself pray or talk to your ancestors, whatever your spiritual belief is, whatever your spiritual practice is, whatever you practice, right? Can you imagine being your spirit guides on the other end, listening to this?
Crazy?
Can you imagine them knowing? Can you imagine, like, them knowing what's coming down the pipe for you, and you still holding on? Like, wait, where's my stapler? My stapler. Can you imagine? It's time for you to get excited about what the future holds, because you already know what's going on here ain't it. You've already been privy to that. You know this ain't happening. This ain't it. You know this ain't it. You know that's the truth. But, you know, this is what we're settling for. So if y'all ready to take notes on final outcomes and suggested tips, I want you to go ahead and find a paper and pen emoji, put your notebook emoji, do whatever, find whatever emoji, note-taking emoji that you can. Because we about to close out of this and we about to talk about these final outcomes, but I want y'all to get ready to take notes. So if y'all ready to take notes, go ahead and put the paper and the pen and all those other emojis down here in the chat so we can get ready to get into it, shall we? Here we go. right, so as we shift to close out this reading, and we talk about the final outcomes. I say final outcomes because potential final outcomes, that is, because I can't predict free will. Everybody has free will, and you are able to decide for you how you want to proceed to move forward, right? All I can do is read the overall energy and tell you what I see. But it's really up to you to make a decision. It really is. And I feel like for the earth signs, you guys know what's going on. But I feel sorry. I really do feel sorry for this fire sign. Now, remember, the energy can be inverted, so it can be the opposite. That's why I always say take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. But whomever the person is who fathered this love child and is going to get married with somebody else, karma will be looking for them. And it won't take long. I feel like they're going to be miserable within the first 6 months of their decision. We'll pull time in here in a second. But I definitely feel like they are just, you know, they're definitely going to, you know, be a little bit disappointed with themselves, okay? All right, so here we go. Possible outcomes, Spirit. Possible outcomes. Okay. We got the Two of Pentacles, y'all, in reverse. Okay? This is going to be one of those things where you are going to have to make a decision. And I feel like you're not wanting to make the decision, but I do feel like earth signs, you're going to have to make the decision. And it's going to be hard for you to make that decision. You're going to try to prolong making a decision to move on as long as you can. And the reason why you're going, oh, I didn't show you the card. Sorry. That's the Two of Pentacles up in reverse. And we got the Knight of Swords. The reason why you're not going to be quick to want to make a decision is because I do feel like a part of you is going to want to fight for this relationship. I feel like you're still going to want to fight for this relationship, but really the effort will be better used if you, excuse me, fight for yourself. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. I do feel like your energy will better serve you if you fight for yourself. Okay? So I think it's going to take you a little bit of time to really come into this. So I'm going to definitely have to look at some timing cards here. Okay? Yep. You got the Hangman. You're going to have to take a step back to reflect and to really think about things. And I think once you get to the point to where you're going to finally make that decision that it's about your self-love first and foremost, once you start to realize, acknowledge, and accept that, I think that you will be comfortable with taking a step back and just going into that introspection space and realizing that, you know, this really had a purpose for you, even though it felt fruitless, even though it felt like a waste of time. It really wasn't a waste of time. This really is putting you again in a position to where you're going to be able to walk into the next season of your life with your forever person. Because that person ain't going to give up on you. They're going to have a different level. This person is a friend. I'm telling you, this person is somebody that you've been friends with for a long time. That you probably never saw like this. That's why they're going to be like, listen, I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to do whatever it is I got to do. Because you deserve it. But the thing is, I don't think that you're not going to want to entertain him. You're going to be like, ugh, little JJ. Ciao. But little JJ going to be like, you know what?
It's all right, mama.
Listen, little JJ going to be like, listen. I check every box of what you're looking for and you know it. What you scared of. Okay, what you scared of. So yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to go through a period of where you're going to have to overcome your insecurities. I don't expect for you to jump into dating right away. I don't expect you to want to be overly eager or interested or excited about it. But I do feel like this is something that's going to take some time for you. And that's okay if it requires time. It's okay. You know, at this point, your fears are valid. You know, you may be a little bit fearful that relationships are too unstable and that they're not being forward moving enough. But at the end of the day, I think once you give little JJ the benefit of the doubt, you'll be all right. Okay. And listen, I can't make it up. I told you. That person is going to have to be very patient with you. Earth signs, the person who's coming behind this is going to have to be exceptionally patient with you. Exceptionally patient with you. Going back to that truth and justice. With this Lovers card, listen. That's the duality. That's the choices, but it's also the lovers. Okay? Obstacles. But it's definitely a soulmate. That's why y'all been friends all this time. Now, I'm going to do y'all one solid. Because as I was closing this out for you, Earth signs, let's look at these doggone Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. How does this end for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? What's going to be the final outcome for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? Spirit, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who is marrying somebody else. Ooh-wee! They about to be stressed like it ain't nobody business. Didn't I tell y'all I see about 6 months they're going to be regretting their decision? If you heard me when I say that, can you go ahead and put your ear in the chat? Go ahead and put the ear in the chat because I just want to make sure you heard me. Y'all heard me when I said that, right? This person is going to get a rude wake-up call. They thought they was doing something. They thought they was glowing up. They thought they was growing up. They thought they was doing something. Baby, they are going to regret their decision. They're not going to be able to sleep at night. They're going to be anxious. They're going to be worried. It's not going to be the happy ending that they're thinking it's going to be. Why are they stressed? Why are they stressed, Spirit? They don't know how to sustain. They done put themselves in something they can't get out of. They made a decision. They went the wrong direction. They done put themselves in a place where they can't get out of it. Ooh! Why do they regret their decision, Spirit? It ain't what they thought it was. It ain't what they thought it was with this King of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups, excuse me. The Knight of Cups in reverse. It's not what they thought it was. They thought that was going to be their happily ever after. Look how he's looking. Let me hold it up right so you can see it. You see how miserable he looked? You see how sad he looks? Yeah. It's not what he thought it was going to be. Why is he thinking that? Why is he shocked? Why is he surprised? He hoped for better. He hoped for better. Whew. They thought that, oh gosh. Y'all, I'm picking up a very anxious energy right now. See, this person thought when they left you, okay? Woo, child. Oh, let me tell you, sugar. Let me tell you. Gather together, children. Gather around. Gather around, baby dolls. Let me tell you. This person, they thought that when they got into this situation with this person, y'all, They thought that the stars were aligning. This person's energy has always been so conflicted and so convoluted. They thought because they had been in and out, up and down, back and forth, they misjudged the frequency of time. They thought that because they've been with this person for so long, in and out, you know, because they kept spinning the block and coming back, they thought that things was going to work out. And now that they've gotten into this space with this person, y'all, now that they done got here, they're like, oh, what did I just get myself into? You know, that's a lot. You know, when you think about the major stressors in life, marriage is one, having a baby is one, moving in with somebody is one. Like, those are major stressors. And this person is overwhelmed. They over here like, yeah. They over here stressed out. So remember I told y'all, let's look at the timing. I told you 6 months. Once they get married to this person within the first 6 months, which is on par with what the statistics show, okay? But let's see. Spirit. Spirit. How long will this relationship, let me rephrase, I'm trying to think of the best question. Once this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, once this fire sign gets married, how long will it take before this marriage is over? How long will it take before this marriage is over? Okay, it'll be on a windy day. What about the windy day? When is the windy day? When is the windy day? It say within a week. I doubt that. Stop playing with us. Give me timing, Spirit. Give me timing. Okay, let me correct that. Within a week of them getting married. So it's going to be one day, a windy day within a week of them getting married. That's when they're going to first start seeing problems in this relationship. Okay? So it's within a week of them getting married. They're going to first start getting signs that they made a mistake. Okay? Now, how long will they be married? How long will they be married? Oh, what does that? That dog. When they can't sleep. They're going to be up. They're not going to be able to sleep. So they're going to get the revelation on a windy day within a week, in the middle of the morning, in the middle of the night. Okay? That's what's going to happen. But when will they divorce, Spirit? When are they going to divorce? Okay. On a sunny day in December. Ooh. This is going to be a slow burn. This is not going to be a quick thing for them at all, y'all. So they're going to first start realizing. Remember I told you they in too deep? That's going to happen within a week. They're going to be up on a windy day in the middle of the night, early in the morning. They're going to get the revelation that they made a mistake. They're not going to be able to sleep. They're going to start coming into that. When I asked the question about the divorce, it's going to be on a sunny day in December. Okay, so we got that in terms of timing. Now, for them. Okay, for them. When can we expect for for earth signs? When will earth signs finally be ready to let go of this relationship with this fire sign? When will earth signs finally let go of this fire sign? It said by the end of the day. What day? By the end of what day? Over here being funny. "12 months from now." So 12 months from now will put us at next February. So what I'm hearing is, remember I just said it's going to be a slow burn. It's going to be a slow burn. So what I'm gathering is, okay, now I want to ask the question. This is interesting, y'all. The plot is thickening. The plot is thickening. I got questions now. Okay, Spirit. This is going to be a slow burn like no other. Okay, so the truth has not started to come out about this person and their other person. This for some of you, this is the first time that you're hearing about this third party. And I believe that you're going to be going through a fighting. That's the fighting part, like the pandering, the, trying to snoop and get information, trying to have the conversation to verify and validate. Like, I feel like this is going to be rejected. The ideal of what I'm telling you is going to be rejected right away. Okay? Like, no one wants to believe it. But I'm telling you, there's somebody else there. And this is what's happening. Okay, so around May, that conversation is going to be had. Probably right before Labor Day. Memorial Day, right before Memorial Day, okay? These conversations are going to start to be had. So that's what, 4 months from now, 3 months from now, we're going to start having these conversations. And then within the next 12 months from that, so from 12 months from now, so around next February is when you're going to start to let go. Now, the question is, when are they going to find out? When are they going to find out about this marriage? Oh, it's not time yet. Okay, it's not time yet. It's not time yet because it hasn't happened yet. So, okay, y'all. I can't believe this. But I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this insight. I'm loving these downloads. So remember when I told you, because y'all know I usually don't do this. So I'm really digging deep for y'all, okay? I'm really digging deep for y'all. Remember when I told y'all this person's going to be up and they can't sleep? Okay? So the first thing is this person's going to be up, they can't sleep, they're going to realize they made a mistake. That's what that Nine of Swords is coming in, right? And y'all remember in the beginning of the reading, we also had the burdens card come out too, okay? So all of that's going to happen at the beginning. All of them realizing that they made a mistake is going to happen within a week of them getting together. But when they start realizing that they're in too deep in December, okay, so December of this year, there's going to be a post that's going to be made on social media. That's how you're going to find out. That's how you earth signs are going to find out. You're going to start asking questions and having a lot to say about what's going on in May. You're going to start having those conversations, trying to crack the code, trying to crack the mold. You're going to be trying to figure all of this out then, but it's not ready yet. So you got a little bit of time. This is going to be a slow burn. So if you are in this reading and you see yourself, just know this is very much so future forward. Okay, future forward. Okay. Yeah. Right now, it's just the partying phase and the coldness and the lack of consideration. Okay, that's what's going to be going on between now and May. All right. So listen, once you start coming into the light, you gonna realize real quick that, baby, this ain't it. This is not it. All right. And I feel like this is what's going to cause you to spiral, earth signs. You're going to definitely spiral. You're not going to know how to handle this. You're going to be very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. But you do have positive things coming your way. Okay? You definitely have positive things coming your way. So, with that being said, angels, what messages do you have for these earth signs dealing with this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that are in this reading? Oh, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I guess you better enjoy it while it's lasting, because it's going to be very short-lived. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Express your love. Remember I told y'all around May you're going to start having these conversations with this person, expressing your love to this person? Yeah. I think you're going to really get your feelings hurt. I ain't even going to lie to you. Well, I mean, that's what we already talked about, but reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I told y'all, this is a friend. This is somebody who's a friend that's coming your way. Child, listen. You better listen. You better enjoy it while it's lasting, because it's going to be very short-lived. Very, very short-lived. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of this business because we've been here over 2 hours. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the PiSeas Tarot experience. If you have enjoyed this reading, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mimi Lightseer and be a part of our growing community. You can find me on YouTube. If you've been watching behind the scenes on TikTok, you can find me on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer, okay? And keep an eye out for even more content that is coming your way. We're going to start back doing our happy hours and members only, subscribers, live readings and other things like that. So we will have a lot more things coming on. And I'm actually I'm very heavily thinking about whether or not I want to start channeling like current events and things like that. I know a lot of people do that anyway, and I don't want to venture into that space, but I am thinking about it just out of curiosity to give ourselves something fun to do. All right, anyway, remember that this reading is here for you whenever you need a little bit of guidance. So if you need to save this link and replay it, you can do so at any point in time. I love hearing from you guys. And I know that a lot of times during the live readings, you guys are at work and doing other things and you're just listening. And a lot of you reach out to me behind the scenes and you send emails and DMs and text messages and all of those other ways to let me know where the messages are affecting you and have resonated or have even come to pass. I get a lot of that. I got a message from somebody. It's like, Mimi, I didn't believe you when you said X, but it happened. You know, just the way you said it was going to happen. So I appreciate that. Most importantly, when you leave comments and you engage with the content on YouTube, it helps other people who need to find the message, locate the content, and hear it as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it also gives validity to what I'm saying. All right. Now, if you would like to do a personal reading, I am booking readings available on my website at PiSeasTarot.com, PiSeasTarot.com. The link is in the bio. If that is something of interest to you, go ahead and reach out. A huge thank you to all the subscribers and all of the followers and newbies who have come into our space and have joined the live chat today. I really do appreciate it. Listen, y'all, everybody is dealing with a battle that you cannot see. So remember to be kind, remember to be patient and gentle, most of all with others, just as much as you are with yourself. Okay? Remember to leave a little bit of love everywhere you go today. And I will see you tomorrow at the same time, the same place. All right? Bye-bye.